Should participation trophies be given out in youth sports? That's my topic for today. And I'm going to start my topic for today talking about my own personal story. Um, let's just take it back to my youth. When I was a kid, my mom put me in baseball, football, and I didn't really like either one of them too much. Didn't really strive in them, excel in them. And so one day my mom decided to sign me up for a soccer clinic. And the coach said I was a natural. Um, it ended up being the fall of 1987. I was 11 years old. The team was the Reese Road Raiders. Uh, and we were a team that was built from all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds from all over the city. And yet, we ended up going undefeated this season. We ended up making it to the city championship game, and we ended up winning the championship. And right here on the screen is my trophy. This is the first place trophy for under 12-year-olds in 1987. We won the championship. Now, that championship still resonates with my mother, still resonates with me, resonates with my grandmother. She even still talks about it on occasion. Now, one, might ask, why? And it's because it was a defining moment in my youth. It was a defining moment that realized when hard work and preparation came together to end up producing a result of an undefeated season, going to the championship, and winning. And this trophy is a constant reminder of that effort. Now, last year, there was an article written by Mr. Jeff Barker at the Baltimore Sun. Now, he wrote an article about a town called Roystertown Baseball decided to stop giving out participation awards for their 4 to 8-year-old age bracket kids. Now, this has been a decades-long tradition. Started in the 80s. Coincidentally, that's kind of the time frame that most people say is the beginning age bracket for the millennials. Now, this change came with most people being really okay about it. There was still a handful of people that still wanted their kids to get something. But most argued that, kids aren't stupid. They realize that, at some point in time, those trophies are pointless. Those participation trophies are pointless. So at the end, then what good was the actual trophy, the medal, the plastic that you handed out to give to that person at that moment in time? Now, BigThink.com did something earlier this year in February, and produced an article talking about different people they talked to. And one of the people they talked to was Mr. Jeff Waltz. He's the head coach of University of Louisville women's basketball team. He stated that, giving that participation award gives kids the wrong lesson. It's teaching the wrong lessons, and it's going to affect the kids in the wrong way, and also potentially affect them later on in life as well. They might grow up expecting that I should always have a good job, that anything I get is supposed to be, or anything I take needs to be only a good job. He states that, if you lose, you don't get a trophy. Now, some will go back to psychologists and say, well, psychologists look at it a little bit differently. And so let's take it from their angle as well. One study that was published in Social Psychology and Personality Science stated that if you overpraise or underpraise a kid's schoolwork, they suffer anyway. But if you tell your children the truth, or maybe a little fluff, and then they actually tend to show results. So with that being said, it's one of those scenarios where you have to say, then what good is the actual participation trophy? So, in conclusion, let's think about this. We have coaches, we have athletes, we have lots of parents that feel that the award does no good. Matter of fact, some even feel it does more harm than good. Um, Even with the studies and research, one maybe could argue there is some place in sports for something other than just the first place award. But those same ones will acknowledge that, you need to acknowledge improvement in maybe skill, activity, heck, maybe even not being scared of the ball. That would have a greater impact than just giving everyone a participation trophy. So let's set our children up for success and how to build and grow and handle the real world. Let's get rid of the participation trophy in youth sports.